Hi, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, so today's incense I got was by Depika, Relaxation. Okay, so let's have a look and see what fragrances it tells us. Just says enjoy the fragrance. Doesn't really sort of say what it is. It's just called Relaxation. So that's today's incense. I wish you had smell-o-vision. It's absolutely gorgeous. Right, so let's put these tarot decks to one side. Just need a basket to put them into. Let's just put these away. Makes it easier to move when you've sort of got a basket to put everything in. Just don't want the... There. Right, so let's have a look. So we've got Moon Baby for Haxa. We've got the Rider. Right, that's those three. Okay, Meraki. Goddess, Dark Goddess Tarot. Depending on your question. Supernatural. Labyrinth. And Alice in Wonderland. Right. So let's begin. Okay, so let's have a look at our free list. Okay, we've got Amazing Fruits, Rebaone, and Jaguar. That's easy. Okay, so let me just type this up. Just done it again. 1 minute. Just went into full mode by accident. I just picked the wrong thing. How do the stream does that? Right. Okay, so free list. Right. So Amazing Fruits. Don't forget, if you donate today, you also go in the draw for a free reading, free 30-minute reading. Already got some people already on the list in my mind. So I do feel like I'm gonna to do a big draw, and I'll let everyone know who the people are. Right, so that's the free reading. So let me start with Amazing Fruits. Okay, so let's begin with this. What are David's feelings towards you? Okay, so let's do the Rider. Oh, I like this deck. Right, okay, so all you have to do is donate, and the other way is to write a review. Is to write a review on my channel, the blog. Let's have a look, see if I've got the link here. The other way is to write a review on my channel if you've had a reading from me, even if it's a free reading. So it's either through donations or by writing the review. They're two separate. There'll be two winners. One from the review and one from the donations. Okay, so what are David's feelings towards you? So there's a lot of nostalgia. Feels like there's a lot of memories being created. Feels like David's feelings towards you come from memories of the past. Comes from nostalgia, feeling of nostalgic feelings. Feeling like they're standing up for one's beliefs. So I do get that sense, Amazing Fruits, that David's feeling towards you is one of nostalgia, and it's one of standing up for what one believes in, standing up for one's convictions. Seems to be quite strong there as well. Okay. Let's have a look. Spirit. Rebaone. What does Spirit need you to know? Okay, so let's do Dark Goddess. Whoa, they came out quite strongly. Here we've got Two of Water. Two of Water tells us that there is a connection, and I think that's the connection between you and Spirit. It does feel like there is a connection, with success and victory. There might be some challenges. There is a connection coming, and I think that's a connection with Spirit. And as you have that whole connection even within yourself, that sense of balancing out your emotions in many areas, it tells us that there might be some challenges, but yet you'll have success if you continue with it, if you have that persistence with it, if you sort of keep moving forward, you'll have the success that you need to achieve what you want, with that connection with Spirit in many ways, and being able to have that sense of balanced emotions is super important. Hi Violet, yes, you're on the list, no worries. Just type in your question. Yep. Shweta, yeah, just type in your question, please. Just type in your question. That'll be great. Thank you. So, yeah, I do feel like there's a need to just take a moment and find that sense of emotional balance, and you'll have that connection with Spirit. And that's going to, even though there's going to be some challenges, I do feel like you'll have the success that you need in the direction that you're moving into. Okay, so Jaguar. So don't forget, if you donate, you go in the draw for a 30-minute reading. If you write a review on my channel, you go in the draw for on my video, on the blog, you'll also go in the draw for a 30-minute reading. Right, Jaguar. Message on you and PM. Let's do the Alice. I don't know why I got Alice in Wonderland. Yes, if you've got, please just type in your question, please. Dedra, just type in your question just once. Yeah, just type your question in once and I will get to it. Thank you, are right. Can you get a message on you and PM? Okay. Control, being protective, being a sense of I feel like there's a sense of being provider for the journey that you desire. It's all about being in control, being the leader of what you need. There might be some ups and downs. I do feel like there is going to be a feeling like there are some challenges in regards to the relationship. There might be some challenges, but you can build what you want. You can stand on solid ground. It reaches a new enlightenment, a new understanding about things. I do feel like things can feel like they're a doom and gloom, that things are a little bit overwhelming, but you can rebuild if you just take a breath. And it's all about being in control of your journey. It's all about being able to, how you choose to react to the situation is going to make a big difference, Jaguar. Okay, so that's going to be really important for you, being able to sort of just take a breath and allow yourself the moment to understand how you choose to react is going to make a big difference to the relationship. Okay, so Violet. So next on the list, let me just write this next free list. Have Violet. Okay, so Violet. Now, who's coming towards you in the past, actually? We're going to do this one. We're going to do who. Let's see if this comes up. This one is the rider. Quite a weight. Who's coming towards you from your past? It's interesting here. Okay, you've got someone with a peace of mind. It definitely is a connection. And I think you'll know it. You'll know it as soon as it arrives. Don't get too wound up, because you'll know it when it arrives. You'll feel that connection. You'll feel that instant the moment you look into each other's eyes. I do feel like you'll know. Don't close your off towards other meetings, other connections as well, but you'll know the love when it arrives. I don't think you need to know who's actually coming. It just says, just when you connect with that within your eyes. Okay, so you've got the sense of needing to actually step away from what's actually going on around you. Just take a moment to take a breath and just allow yourself to sort of, I want to say, get up and go. Just live life to the fullest and the person will arrive. If you sit around waiting, it's not going to happen. So it's about you sort of getting up and going. You know, make sure that you sort of lived each day to the fullest, and you'll know that connection when it arrives. You'll have I do feel like you're going to have lots of connections. You will have lots of connections, but you'll have that one that sparks the interest. But just live life to the fullest. Live life to the fullest is really important here. Just sort of keep going. Don't give up. Just sort of step outside your comfort zone. Allow yourself this, just keep going. Just keep living life to the fullest. And when that connection arrives, you'll know it. You'll know it. You'll see that connection with that, looking into each other's eyes. You'll find the balance. You'll find your energies intertwining. Sorry, just a bit of a cough there. Let me just take a drink. Oh. Okay, so that's really important for you, Violet. Take a breath and just enjoy your life. Live life to the fullest. Okay, so Shweta. Okay, what's going on here? This one here, I'm just getting a very sort of supernatural. Okay, what's going on with Summit and Shweta? What's coming on? What's happening? I feel like there's a new beginning. I feel like he's moved on. New beginnings. Yeah, definitely feels like he's it's time for you to make your own life, to make your own journey, your own fortune. I do feel like he's moved on and he's making his own fortune. He's making his own destiny, if you like. I do feel like there's a sense of him moving ahead into his own life. No, I just don't feel like he wants to reconcile. I just don't feel like there's a reconciliation at this stage. Okay, so I do feel like there's a chance for you just to start creating your own future, your own journey. Time for you to sort of smell the roses, so to speak. Yes, old soul, you can be added. It's time for you to sort of create your own journey, create your own destiny now. It's time for you to sort of take a breath and just move ahead in your own journey. Time to sort of really think about things for yourself. Okay, time for you to think about you. Okay, and Dedra. Old Soul, if you can just type in your question, please, that would be great. Old Soul, if you just type in your question. Does Francisco have true feelings for me? Okay, I'm going to use the Labyrinth Tarot here. Does Francisco have true feelings? Hello, Donna. Waiting for Old Soul's question, and then Aldona. Okay, does Francisco have true feelings for you? What is the connection between Francisco and Dedra? What is the connection here? Okay, 3 of junk. Okay, it's time for you to use your own skills and move ahead in your own, create your own future, if you like, create your own path. Time for you to use your creation. I do feel like you're at a bit of a crossroads, so I do feel like he's creating his own path, Francisco. No, he's at a bit of a crossroads. He's at a bit of a crossroads. So I'm just feeling like there's a need for you just to sort of, again, you get that sense of taking a breath. I think it's really important for you just to, he's at a very strong crossroads here. I just keep getting that he's unsure. He's not sure in which direction he's moving. He's using his skills and abilities. I do feel like he's trying to create his own path. He's trying to create his own journey, his own future. And so I do feel like he's at a crossroads. So I'm not getting anything about true feelings at this stage. There might be a sense of recognition, but I'm not getting any love. Okay, we're not getting any love here. Coming in strongly here. We're not getting any love. We're not getting any passion. We're getting a sort of very practical approach to it and very mental, very thought, trying to get a sense of clarity, trying to find a balance in the mind and just not getting there. I'm getting a separation here. I'm getting a bit of a separation. So, yeah. So, look, it really is about living your life to the fullest and not sort of getting wound up in what's going on here. So I think it's very much, I just feel like he's very unsure about the path that he's taking. Your friends? Okay. Yeah. Keep it as friends. Don't expect anything more than that. Yeah. Keep it as friends. Yeah. Okay, Old Soul. Who's coming towards you in love? This is where this one is the best one. Oh, okay. This is a card that flew out. Okay, so we've got a young, sort of passionate, I want to say I'm getting a very sort of feminine, sort of very receptive energy coming in. Very sort of passionate, receptive, creative type of energy coming in. Okay, so you got someone who's very creative, who's very passionate, sort of energy. Okay, somebody, yeah, again, I get that with the wands energy coming in. So they're very successful in what they do. So you've got someone who's coming in for love, who's very passionate, who's very creative, and who's very successful in their own right. Okay, so that's what you've got coming in. Someone who's very creative, who's very fiery, who's passionate, that sort of energy coming in, and very successful in their own right. Okay, so Kristin, yep, I'll add that in. Aldona. Okay, Aldona. Hi, S. Just type in your question. There's something happening behind my back that I should care about. There's something happening behind your back that you should care about. Let's have a look. Let's do the Meraki Tarot. Something happening behind your back that you should care about. What's happening behind? Hold on his back. What's happening that's hidden? What's happening that's hidden? Okay, we've got 7 of Cups. It does feel like there's a lot of decisions that are being made, a lot of choices that are being made. It does feel like there's a lot of stuff happening behind, you know, that's hidden. It does feel like there's a lot of choices, a lot of things that need to be done. And something's being held on to. Feels like someone's holding on to something that may not serve them well. Whether you care about it, that's totally up to you what you should do about it. But definitely feels like there's somebody who's got a lot of options, who's got a lot of stuff, a lot of choices that they're holding on to. There are a lot of options available to them, a lot of choices that they could make. They could choose what path they want to take, and yet they're holding on to something. So I feel like they're holding on to some sort of anger, or holding on to some sort of a sense of betrayal in a way. I feel like they're holding on to something quite tight that may not serve them well. And that's totally up to you what you do with that. I feel like they've got some options, they've got some choices that they choose to do, but they've chosen to hold on to something quite tightly. I feel like they're gathering up this information. Totally up to you to how you choose to react to the situation. No, you can either choose to get wound up, or you can choose to let it go. Because you cannot control what others are doing. Okay. Hi, Mary. Right. Old Soul, Dedra, Chris. Christian. Okay. Now this is a legal issue. Okay. What's going to happen with the deposit? Okay, so what's happening with the deposit? What's happening with the deposit? What's happening with the deposit? Okay, it's been reflected upon. Still a lot of thoughts. Feels like the focus is on the negative. It's a doubt. The doubt is there. Feels like a lot of thoughts going into it, and there is that doubt going on. Okay, so it does feel as though it's been reflected upon. It hasn't really made a decision, so it's yet undecided. basically it's undecided whether you're going to get your deposit back. I do feel like there's a need for more information, not on from you. I do feel like they need more information from you in some way. So that's why it feels very undecided, like these people that are in discussion about it that still haven't decided yet. So it's very undecided with these two cards here. Very undecided at the moment. I do feel like they need more information from you. So I don't know whether you're going to be contacted after the weekend for more information. So yeah, I do feel like they're going to need more information from you. So that's why it feels very undecided at the moment. It's over the weekend. Okay. So I do feel like they need more information. They need, you might need to go through lawyers. But it is undecided yet. They haven't decided yet. It might be because of the weekend. They haven't yet really made a decision as yet. Okay, so S and then Mary. Okay, will Leo break up sooner or later with the other person? Okay, so you want to know what the connection is between you and Leo, what's going to happen, what does the future hold? Let's use the Four Hawks of Tarot. Okay, what's the possibility? What's going to happen between S and this and M with Leo? Okay, what is the connection between them? What's happening with this? He's obviously in a relationship. And so you want him to break up with this other person? What's happening? What's happening? Okay, the first card we get here is Ten of Air, so there's definitely some endings. Okay, there's definitely some endings and there's some opportunity. So it does feel like that later on, sooner or later, they are going to, it does feel like there's going to be a sense of endings. There's going to be some closure to it. And then, yeah, it brings a sense of happiness. It's interesting here because you got the Ten of Air with the Ten of Water. So you've got the endings coming up, that finishing, that closure, things being final. And then you've got the happiness and the joy. So, yeah, there is a possibility of them breaking up and you sort of getting together. Sense of completeness, that wholeness. So there is that possibility of that final stuff happening. Don't know when. Depends on how long you want to sit around and wait. Could be a while. It may not happen straight away. So it depends on how long you want to wait around for it. But there is that possibility of you guys getting together and being happy for a while. But that's totally up to you whether you want to sit around and wait for it to happen. You know, eventually they're going to break up, but when, I'm not sure. And it depends on how long you want to sit around and wait. And I just got, will the leopard change his spots? So you can think on that one. Okay, so Mary. Here. Will Gemini Remy communicate with you? Okay, so I'm going to use the New Zealand Natural Tarot. New Zealand Naturally. Okay. Gemini, Remy communicate with you. Will Remy communicate with you? Oh, Okay, so card that popped out here was the Four of Peaks. Isolation, taking some time out, taking some things. So no, I don't feel like there's going to be some communication at this stage. There's no communication at this stage. So do find that they're unsure of the path they're going to take at this time. Do feel like they're trying to find a balance in the mind, trying to find some clarity about it all, trying to have that sense of which direction to move in. So no, I don't feel like there's going to be some communication. They're just too unsure at this time. So yeah, up to you. Hi, Aurora. Aurora. So just type in your question. Yes, please. Just type in your question. Okay, so Mary, I do feel like there's going to be no communication at this time. He's very unsure. Does feel like Remy is unsure about which path he's going to take. Okay, trust in your intuition. There's that doubt creeping in. I think you need to trust that doubt. Okay, Aurora. So let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Is my Virgo bestie really trying to forget her toxic crush? Or will they have a reconciliation? Okay, so you're trying to find out how you can support your friend, what they're going through, what's happening. Let's use the let's listen to the pearls of wisdom. Yeah, so you want to know how you can support your friend, what's going on with them, how you can support them. What do you need to know in regards to, she's going to need you in forgetting her toxic crush, or is she going to need you as they go through the reconciliation? So what really lies ahead for your friend and her toxic crush, her sense of so what's going to happen there? So let's have a look. What's going to happen between Virgo bestie and her crush, and what do Aurora need to know in regards to this situation and supporting her right? So let's have a look. Oh, there could be a sense of reconciliation. Okay, we've got this connection here. They just keep getting drawn in to each other. I do feel like they're going to get drawn in to it, and they're going to feel like they're celebrating the commitment. There's a commitment to it. I think this is going to be very, very hard for her to let go. I think it's going to take a lot of work for her to create some sense of stability in her life. So I do feel like she's going to keep getting drawn into it. This is lessons that she's going to have to learn. This is something that she's going to do. She's going to be happy for the moment. I think she sort of loses herself in the situation. She thinks she's creating some sense of happiness and joy. But that's her life. I don't think there's a lot that you can do except for be there for her when you need to pick up the pieces. She thinks it's there's that reconciliation. Does feel like she's going to keep getting drawn back in. I don't think this is a lesson that she's learned. There's not a lot you can do. You can just be there. I feel like she's going to keep getting drawn back in to this process. She's going to keep getting drawn back in. This is something that she has to come to her own realization until she's ready to cut the cords. I think she's going to keep getting drawn back in. You only need to type your message once. Vaishnavi, I'll do your reading next. So I feel like she's going to keep getting drawn back into it. I think this is something that she has to deal with herself. I don't feel like there's a lot that you can do. Just be there for her. Be a supportive friend. At this stage, I can't see her cutting the cords at this stage. I can see her just reconnecting. I don't know when she'll be ready to cut the cords. I don't know when she'll cut the cords. I'm sorry. I can just see her keep getting drawn back in and thinking she's happy. On the surface. Remember, this is on the surface. This is not a deep happiness. This is not a sense of yeah, this is only a surface happy. She'll pretend she's happy. Put it that way. Okay, so we've got this one here. Okay, so you want to know, will you get married? Well, firstly, are you in a relationship? Are you in a relationship? And you really want to know about the financial status of your future spouse? You're single and you're worried about getting, you're going to need to meet someone first. You need to meet someone first. Hi, All About Maine. How are you? How are you? If you've got a question, just type your question in and I'll do a reading for you. No worries. Okay, so you're talking about getting married, you're single, you want to know all about your finance. So let's choose a question. Remember, I'm only doing 2 cards. If you want to know any more than that, you're going to have to donate. I'm only doing a free 2-card reading. Don't forget. So we're only doing quick messages. If you want a little bit more, okay, so you're single, so you want to know whether you're going to get married or not. What's the future hold for you in regards to the relationship? Let's have a look and see what the cards sort of say. Okay, the first card is you got to heal with your hurt. Whatever's going on in regards to you emotionally, you need to get yourself into an alignment emotionally. Okay, will you get married? Well, you've got to get into the emotions. You've got to get your emotions sorted. You've got to get yourself into an alignment. Get yourself sorted mentally and emotionally if you want to get married. Here you've got someone here that's very passionate. This definitely feels like there is a creative energy coming in here. You've got that sense of yeah, you've got a very youthful energy here, very young energy coming in. So you've got to really get yourself into an alignment. You've got to get yourself focused on the direction that you actually want to go in. I think you need to sort of get yourself I just keep getting a sense of you needing to get yourself sorted. There's just so much still ahead of you before you get married, before you even think about getting married. Firstly, you've sort of got to meet somebody here. So it's definitely getting yourself into the right headspace, right direction that you're moving into. Listen to the messages that are coming through for you internally, you know, like trusting in your own messages and stuff coming through. I do feel like there's a need just to get, keep getting the sense of getting yourself into an emotional alignment. Until you get yourself sorted, there is no marriage. You have to get yourself into a relationship. Okay, you got to get that new beginnings, that new love, the new beginnings. And so until you get yourself sorted, there is no marriage. And things change all the time. Oh, you're working the 2 jobs. Wow. Okay. So let's have a look. What's your message here? What's your okay, All About Maine. let's have a look-see here. I'm getting very animal energy. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to use the Animal Wisdom Tarot. I know they've changed the name on this one to Animal Spirit or something. But anyway, so let's have a look. What a spirit for the week ahead. Okay. All About Maine. Oh, okay. So the card that flew out. Okay, Ace of Shells. So there's like 8 of water, Ace of Cups. So that sense of new beginnings. Okay, new love, opening yourself up. I feel like there's a new beginning and an opening of yourself up for love in some way. So really stand in your power of love, radiating love. I feel like you're the sense of, I want to say, I get the sense of like unfurling. I feel like you're holding some stuff in, you're holding your love in. It's about radiating that love. I feel like this is a week for you just to open up a little bit and allow yourself this new beginnings, new love, opening little possibilities, radiating love in many ways. Okay, there's a lot of movement going on for you. I do feel like with the 8 of Shells, it's that movement there. I do feel like you're moving, you're leaving behind the old stuff. As you start to open up your heart, you find yourself moving into new possibilities. I do feel like there's a sense of you as you sort of start to radiate more love, you find yourself moving into new possibilities. I feel like you're opening up. I keep getting like the Celestine, you know, when I don't know if you've listened, but I've been doing that Celestine prophecy online, on the videos on my blog, on my vlog. So I don't know whether you, on my YouTube channel, should I say, I've been doing the Celestine prophecy. So I don't know whether you've been listening to that. But that might be something that, I don't know whether you're into the Celestine prophecy, but that could be something that could, allow you to sort of moving through your journey. I think that sort of gives you that movement more. Hey Moon, yep, you're on the list, no worries. So yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of movement for you, All About Maine. I do feel like there's a lot of movement going on. It's all about what you're focusing on. It's interesting because you've got a lot of emotional stuff going on. Okay. So All About Maine, I do feel like there's a sense about whatever you're focusing on is what you're bringing into your life. So it's really important that you're focusing on the, okay, I've done 11 parts basically, plus I've done the seven insights so far. I've still got to do insight 8 and 9 online, but basically got them started. All About Maine. So it's very much about whatever you're focusing on is what you bring into your life. Okay, so as you sort of open your heart, radiate more in love, and you start to move forward, you start to sort of focus on the more positive aspects of what you have instead of what you don't have. And that's a really important aspect. And it seems to be like the more you focus on the positive aspects, the more you come back into you. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, just take a moment to sort of breathe and just sort of focus on the good stuff. Focus on the more positive, because the more that you focus on the positive, the more that you bring into your life. So more focusing on what you do have, and that's what you're going to bring in more of. So yeah, interesting there. Okay, so moon. You're separated. I do feel like we've focused on this before. Okay, the separation, will there be reconciliation? What's going to happen with the relationship? What's the foundation of the relationship? Okay, this card that's left in my hand. No. Heartbreak, sorrow, a sense of being in alignment, definitely dealing with hurt and that. So no, I don't feel like there's going to be a connect. I do feel like there's something has happened, and there is a need for you to get to deal with this heartbreak, to deal with what's going on, and moving forward into your own life. Getting yourself back into an alignment is really important. It's a sense of getting yourself into your acknowledging your emotions, acknowledging how you're feeling, and being able to process it and work through that so that you can move into your own future. Okay, so I do feel like there's a real need for you to deal with this heartbreak fully. Okay, and I don't see a reconciliation at this stage. Okay, so I really feel like you need to sort of take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and really deal with what's going on and allow yourself to live life to the fullest. Okay, Shraddha, so your question is? Okay, this one here, I'm going to have to do the deck of heroes. Oh, screaming at me. Right. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, what's the connection? Oops. God, as soon as I did that, oops, that was from another deck. Okay, so let's have a look here. It's interesting. Okay, so it tells us, very interesting, cards that flew out. Okay, you've got that connection, you've got that passion, that creativity, feels like things are really good, really positive, and a lot of movement going on, a lot of intensity, a lot of passion. 3 cards flew out. I read them. Yeah, it does feel like there are some sort of passionate feelings. It feels very much in the moment sort of energy. It feels very intense. So I feel it's very passionate. I don't see it as being romantic. I see it more as being something a bit more fiery, a bit more passionate, sort of connection. So yeah, very much in the moment, type of energy. So I wouldn't call it romantic, but definitely some very much in the moment type of energy there. Sort of a passion, sun shining on the situation, very fiery, feels very heated energy. Okay, so next we've got, okay, what's the connection? What's the foundation of this relationship? Okay, what's the connection between Quiniso and Natasha? Okay, what's the connection between Quiniso and Natasha? What's their future hold? Okay, so we've got the sense of, we've got wands, okay, and we've got a youthful energy. So wands is normally about sort of sexuality, passion, creative sort of energy, okay, and it feels very new. So the possibility is there. There's something that needs to be faced, needs to be looked at. And the other card we have is walking away. So there could be a possibility of being your girlfriend, but I feel it's going to be very short term. It's a short term relationship. It's, yes, they could be very much into the moment, but it will not be long term. So whether you enjoy the moment is up to you. Okay, so there is that possibility, but you may find that walking away, that disconnection in some way. So it might be just a short term, in the moment energy. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like there is a possibility of that connection coming up, but it could be short-lived. Okay, so that's just about it, I think. Unless there's any donations or anything coming through, I do feel like we're going to be ending soon. I've got lots to do today, so we're just gonna just remember, hey, look, the possibility is there. Energy could change. It's just in this moment energy, okay? It just depends on what action you choose to take. Remember, it's all about action taken. Yes, it's possible that you guys are going to get together, but it could be very short term. Remember, a short term relationship may not be long term. It's very much in the moment type of energy. So just remember that. Don't get too wound up in it. Things can change. Remember, the future is never set in stone. Energy is always fluid. Things are always changing. People, you cannot control what other people are thinking or doing. You can't control what's going on. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, so let's do, before, because we're ending. Okay, so let's just do a quick pick a pile. Let's do a pick a pile before I end. Okay, choose a pile. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect with, let's do, okay, so what I'll do is Alice in Wonderland with the Alice in Wonderland Oracle. So let's do a pick a pile, 1, 2, or 3. Whoever's here. Oops, I don't want that card. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alice in Wonderland. One, 2, 3. Okay, so pick a pile, 1, 2, or 3. Keep it in your mind. Okay, so don't forget, those that have had their readings, that I will put all the readings in chapters, and so you can come back and listen to your reading at any time, and it'll be easy just to skip to the chapter. It will take me some time to get it done, but it will get done today. Okay, so let's have a look here. First pile we have is the 4 of teacups. That's interesting. And the 6 of teacups. sorry, 5 of teacups and 6 of teacups, which is interesting considering the way I did the cards. Okay, so with the first card we have here with the 5 of teacups is all about what are you focusing on? Okay, are you focusing, whatever you focus on is what you're going to bring into your life. So it could be all about memories of the past. So memories of the past, moments of regret, all those things that have happened in the past, you're going to keep focusing on. If whatever you focus on is what you're going to bring into your life. That's a reminder there, is to remember to focus on what's positive, and then you're not going to have those regrets. You're not going to have those memories of the past influencing you, those moments of regret. Pile number 2, we have the Queen of Hedgehogs. So you've got that sense of I want to say is the nurturing your health. Nurturing your health and finances is going to be really important. All about creating good fortune in your life, having good luck, everything sort of coming in the right direction, because it's all about time management, making sure that you're not pressured, you're not in a rush. Take a moment to sort of slow down and get focused so you're able to make the decision, so you're feeling like you're not going around and around in circles, that you've got that good fortune, you've got that positivity coming into it because you're organized. Okay, being organized is going to be really important for time management. That's a really important one coming in here. Okay, pile number 3. Okay, so you've got new beginnings. You've got to understand what your potential is. What is your potential? Very important to make sure that you are in moderation, that you're not trying to rush into things. You're not trying to be excessive. Know that what your own potential is. Know what you're capable of. Making sure you're not outside your own limits is really important. You can push the boundaries a little bit, but be wary of what your own limits are. So you're not doing something crazy that's going to cause some trouble here. And you're going to allow yourself I do feel like there's a connection to the animal world here in some way. So maybe it's about connecting with your animal, your spirit guide. Maybe you're wanting to be an vet or work with animals in some way. So yeah, I do feel like there's a connection to animals. So you got to make sure that you are within your own limits. You know what you're capable of, and what your possibilities are. That's really important there. So that's your 3 piles, 1, 2, or 3. So that's it. I just don't feel like there's a lot going on at the moment. Okay, so let's remove that. So let's have a look there. So that's from pick a pile 1, 2, or 3. You can scroll back a little bit and have a look and see what that messages are. So all donations today go in the draw for a large 30-minute reading, video chat. Free 2-card reading. And looks like we're ending. So it does feel like Let me just type this in. Okay, so let's have a look here. So I'm just sort of doing this. Okay, so I feel like I'm just on the last little bit here. So let me just put these cards away. Just making sure that, I know messages can take a little while to come through, especially if you've just joined, you've just subscribed. I know it takes about 5 minutes for the before you can message, and that can take a bit of time. So I just give people a little bit of a moment as we sort of connect there. So yeah, I'm just making sure that everybody has had their reading. Everyone's, if you haven't got any more questions, you can donate if you want a little bit more information, and then you can go in the draw for a free 30-minute reading, or write a review on my blog. See all the links below in the description box. I'm just checking to make sure that everyone is let's just do a Maori message. Okay, so I might just do a little bit of a collective message. Don't know if I even type that in. Oh, yeah, I did. Collective reading. So let's have a look at a collective card. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Now, this deck here, okay, this is called the Fairy Oracle of the Patupaiarehe, the Ancient Oracle of Aotearoa. This is by Franchel of Soki Waiba, of Soki Medicine Woman. So let's have a look. Maori Medicine Woman. So let's have a look at the collective message. So what message are we going to reflect on today from the Patupaiarehe? Let's have a look. Okay, so this one here is screaming at me. Right. So we have the Tohoroa, the whale. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the card has to say. This is a lot about travel. This is card number 22. So this is the traveler's card. It's about journey, speed, safe passage, inner compass, finding one's way, and telepathy. Maori travelled great distances in their waka or canoes and had deep respect for Tohora, the whale. The ancient people in Maori understood that whales travel the ancient song lines beneath the waves, and in this way they were able to navigate themselves across the vastness of the oceans. Tuhora, the whale, was a symbol of wisdom and deep respect for the ocean. Traditionally, Tuhora was a good luck charm for safe passage over water and a symbol of speed, strength, and protection when traveling. Traditional Maori law, great double-hulled seafaring canoes known as waka Aurora were built to travel long distances and traverse uncharted territory. These waka were often captained by a very powerful tohunga, Maori priests who used their special skills and knowledge to navigate across huge distances of ocean. Tohunga of this stature had perfectly the ability to be totally present in the moment, while their warua or spirit travelled on ahead of the waka, guiding and alerting the tohunga to anything that directly pertained to the journey. So the tides of power. If you have drawn this card, Tuhora is your ally. The presence of Tuhora indicates that you will have a powerful Katiaki guardian accompanying you on the next stage of your journey. The energies of the Tuhora flowing into your life confirm that you can discern the direction you need to take by having recourse to your inner compass. Guidance is available to navigate the inner world safely. Knowing that communication can come in many forms assists you to follow your inner guide. The magical gifts and challenges of this oracle symbol include travel, a journey, the destination, initiative, and adventure. The journey of life, movement, motion, taking charge, and being in control. Leadership and responsibility. Decision-making followed by immediate action. Discerning the direction by following your own inner compass and moving in the right direction and taking the right path. So as you listen to that message, what resonated, what didn't, it may or may not resonate with you at this time. So just take a moment to just breathe and think about your journey, how you've found where you are today. What's happened in your life? How were you guided? When did you take control? When were you in charge of your journey? Those are the things that we can think about at this time. Okay, so that looks like that's it from me. If I haven't done a reading for you, you can leave a comment down below. If you want a reading and I haven't done one for you, you can leave it. You can leave your question in the comments down below, and I can do that for you. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. So that's it from me. Take care and blessed be.